So, Episode 6, Moving Parts. Employees are expected to use good judgment and avoid situations that create an actual or potential conflict between their personal interests and the interests of SDN. Yeah. So just as a little recap about what happened last time, in case you weren't here, in the previous episode, they invited Robert out to join them at one of the villain bars in LA. Kind of because they've been warming up to him and kind of wanting to bond with him more. And they basically don't consider him the bad guy anymore. They don't think he's a narc anymore, basically. This led to They also encountered the Red Ring at this bar, which led to a big, massive bar fight. And they went to a taco place and they started to bond some more. And we had a choice to either keep who we really are a secret or reveal to them. We decided to reveal to them that we are Mecha Man, which led to Flambe trying to murder Robert, but Gollum actually saved Robert's life, taking the hit, and Flambe took off, while the rest of them kind of bonded even more, like revealing their actual names. And, well, let's just say that the Z-Team has really warmed up to Robert, compared to how they first met. So... yeah, they're all there.
I appreciate you coming to see this. Your support means a lot.
More than a lot. It means 936 American dollars. Cash, lad.
We're only here because these broke asses want proof before they pay.
That actually makes way more sense.
Can't believe you actually hung out with these f***ers.
You jealous, old man?
Of what? Let me guess. You get into a bar fight? I'm right? That's what criminals do at bars. They ruin everybody's fun. In fact, if you're gonna make me stand next to a criminal, you could at least hurry this
If you're gonna make me stand next to...
So, just as a reminder, I'm going to be stopping and talking about various different things throughout. If you just want to see that, then, that's too bad. To me, this is like, one of the reasons I do this, because there are just times I want to talk about some certain things, okay? If that bothers you, I'm sorry. But anyways, if you're curious, if you don't tell them they're obviously not here, the only one who's here in Bizagal. But I want to continue to talk about Chase. Because it's just, you can hear it once again. Him saying things like, that's what criminals do. Or, hey, if you're going to make me stand next to a criminal. He just keeps on hammering on this whole them being labeled criminals thing. It really does feel like he cannot stand the fact that these criminals, as he keeps calling them, are getting the opportunity to actually be heroes, like he was, and like Robert was. It bothers him. Now, of course, the other thing that, of course, is bothering him is the fact that he can't be a hero anymore because he doesn't have his powers anymore, at least not a superhero. But then again, Robert didn't have superpowers and he was able to be a hero. But you can tell that's the kind of thing that is bothering him just because he keeps bringing it up. Over and over, he keeps using the word criminal. Over and over. Especially towards Invisigal. It's just something we've been noticing ever since we first met Chase in episode 2. Let's just say I want y'all to pay attention because it's really gonna come to a head here in this episode. Okay?
Benjamin's button, you could at least change his diaper.
You're the only one here that's full of
You missed Flambe trying to kill me after I revealed my identity.
I saved his life. His whole life. Now he owes me a whole life.
Or even though, because I paid for your tacos.
Right, I forgot. Because I would easily exchange your life for the double crunch kind.
Okay, protocol test 19 ready to commence.
We also got him a couple of drinks.
Engaging protopulse. Now.
All readings super stable.
Here we go. Time to make your grand re-entrance.
All right, ready for lunch.
For a moment,
Roger that.
I must have hit the wrong button by mistake for a moment.
See there? Is that confirmation enough for you cheap ass bitches? Pay me my money.
Hell.
Told y'all, it's so obvious he don't have superpowers.
It's a f***ing waste of time. If he was gonna lie about being a hero, why would he pick that command?
Reminder, the mic is still open.
Not bad, right?
Looks better than the original.
The smoke is a little overkill.
I thought the same too, but I think the purple is a nice touch.
What smoke?
Shut it down!
Help him, Royd!
Let's get him out. It's locked down.
Oh, come on in.
Get down!
Really quick, I just want to point something out. And this is for something later. I mentioned the criminal thing. I think sometimes people use the word criminal way too harshly. As if they think if they're a criminal, that speaks to who they are and what the type of person they are. When that's not really the case. We just saw a demonstration of that. These folks in that room are former criminals, villains. Malevola was a former villain and criminal. And yet, and she didn't have to do this, she was concerned enough about Robert's well-being that she opened that portal to help Royd get to him to try to help save his life. Now, she's a former criminal and a former villain. Does that make her an automatically terrible person? Based on what I just saw, that doesn't seem to be the case. But I think that is what Chase is perceiving of them, because he was a former superhero, and they were villains. They were the bad guys. That's how things are supposed to be, right? And sometimes villains and criminals are bad people, but not all of them. After all, the law can get rather strict when it comes to the term of applying the term criminal to somebody. If they break the law, that makes them a criminal, right? So let me ask you this. If a parent steals some food to feed their starving child, technically that makes them a criminal. But does that make them a terrible person? That's just one example I can think of. I mean, we could say Robin Hood was a criminal, right? Technically, vigilantes are considered criminals. Like Batman, for example, or Superman. Vigilantes against the law, right? I'm trying to be kind of like specific and technical here to help make a point, especially for later on in this episode, because this is where it really comes to a head in this episode in particular. I'm really building up to something here. Of course, Beef stayed with him the whole time right there. Of course he did.
Welcome back.
How long was I out?
About 14, 15 hours, I think.
Gosh.
You okay, Royd?
I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind being knocked out for about 14 to 15 hours. That sounds like a really nice, good nap. With the kind of sleep that I get, being knocked out to sleep for about 14 to 15 hours, I'd honestly welcome that. Like, yes, please, just let me sleep that long. I kind of need it these days.
Why do you look worse than me?
It's over, brother. I cannot recreate the astral pulse. Too much power. Too small a size. No pulse mean I can't make the man Mecca. I'm not good enough, bro. Fail you, I fail everybody. Almost bring down the whole team. Almost get you, almost get everybody blowed up.
All this is just a minor setback. I'm not worried.
But I am.
Royd, you did your best. I can't ask for anything else. Thank you.
I heard that big bastard crying in the bathroom. Makes it hard to shit when somebody's doing that next to you, you know?
Wait a minute. Yeah, it's on. What happened to the bleeps? Did they forget to bleep those? That's odd.
Pretty distracting, yeah. Everyone else okay? And busy girl?
Fine. One thing she's good at is disappearing when people get hurt.
What's your deal with her? You give everyone shit, but it always seems extra with Vizzy.
She's a liability. And one of us needs to be objective when it's clear something's going on between the two of you. Don't think I don't see it. It's all over your stupid face. You like her. So I gotta hate her for the both of us.
Why? See, here's the thing we gotta remind ourselves. Chase is basically the big brother slash father figure for Robert. So I can understand him feeling a little protective of Robert. And I think that's also part of the issue here. Is that he really does care about Robert's well-being. And really, because he's seen him since he was a kid. Helped kind of babysit him and raise him. Especially when when Robert's actual dad wasn't able to. And I guess he just hates the idea of Robert getting associated with a former villain. As if maybe Robert would go down those ways, and he doesn't want to see that happen to him. But it feels like he's not giving Robert enough credit towards maybe either not going down that path or maybe steering her the other way. He's not really considering that. At least that's based on how I am hearing him talk here. Like, he's being extra harsh on her just because he thinks there's something going on between the two of them. Which, in this playthrough, there is. But he'll even do this even if there isn't. But regardless of whether or not you choose to romance her or not, she'll still, kind of direct those feelings towards Robert. Whether or not you decide to go return them is going to be based on you, of course. But
You think she likes me?
How the f would I know?
I don't know. You seem to be watching everything I do. Can you ask her in PE? Maybe put a note in her locker for me?
Ha, mother. But this little bit you're doing, it just exposes you. Because you wouldn't be joking like this if you didn't have a thing for her. Look, just be careful, kid. Some people, they're black holes. You reach out to help them, and they just suck you in and do whatever the f black holes do. I don't know. They f you up.
Your new look screams I know some science shit, so I was with you the whole way.
No, come on, take the day off.
No, really. I'm fine. All I've got to do is sit at a desk.
Desk work doesn't land you in the infirmary. Think about that.
I'll mull it over.
do is get in and out. Stick to the plan. If they're red ring or enhanced, proceed with caution. Oh, one sec. What are you doing up?
Turns out, I'm completely fine.
Fun fact, if you romance Blazer, and I'll show this when we do the Blazer romance run, she'll just straight up, when she says, what are you doing up, she'll just straight up hug Robert. Because at that point, it's pretty much confirmed that they're dating.
Just sort of time traveled several hours into the future where I feel pretty rested.
Oh, cool, yeah. That happens to me every night.
Wish I could say the same. How's your ship going?
Good? Yeah, challenging. Made worse by all the enhanced villains we're dealing with lately. I have a whole new appreciation for you. I'm sorry about the pulse. Give us some time. Royd's a little down, but I'm sure we can come up with alternate power sources. Hey, really looking forward to tonight. Perfect timing.
Yeah, same. Wait, what are you...
It's like, wait, what? Bottle of whiskey from the team.
So, I'm no dispatch dude, but I don't know if sending him a level at a sub at Sunday school was the move.
I need to pop on down to the store. Can someone watch my sweet kitty Hobbs while I'm out? He's fussy today.
Time for a mud bath, baby.
I need someone to wait in line for this really cool game that I'm old enough to play, and my parents said it was okay to call SDN.
Where do you need me? Headed out.
Alright, what'd I miss?
Holy man, you're okay?
Yeah, I was so scared, dude.
Guess Mecha Man's a bit sturdier than we thought. Damn, boy, you ate mad
We got your present. Did you see it?
I did, thank you. That was very nice.
I am impressed with your fragile body's ability to sustain such a wide array of injuries. Welcome back.
Glad you're back, Robbie. Things were almost too boring around here.
Make a new friend.
Oh, for real? Just kidding. I know I was in my bag on that
So yeah,
one.
Gollum made a friend with that cat, even though it's actually apparently like a tiger.
Hello? Yes, it's that time of month again. Send your finest over to clean my abode.
Oh, that's what you meant. Oh.
Grind time.
Nice choice. I'll be in my trailer. In the name of the moon, I'll beat your
Robert, some keeps hacking into my notes app. He's with all my stand-up comedy material. Also, I think they have access to our secure servers.
You love the Sailor Moon reference there from Prism? In the name of the moon, I'll beat your ass.
Nailed it.
Nailed it, as Alucard would say. Nailed it. Up, up, down. Left, right, left. Up, up, down, left, right, left.
Did Blazer hold down the fort okay?
She did the best she could. Must be a bit rusty.
She's been away from the desk too long.
I thought this was an easy job.
Well, it's not. I just make it look easy.
Robert, you actually cool.
He's not. He's just been gone all day, so it seems like he is.
You'll notice Flambe is not here. So this is the consequence of revealing that you're a Mecha Man to the team. If you choose not to reveal that you're Mecha Man, the team obviously wouldn't have been there for the whole suit thing earlier in this episode. But Flambe would be here. And by the way, there actually is a mission here in this particular dispatch shift that is made specifically for Flambe. So obviously we have to make do without him because we don't have him here. So
There's some dude dressed as Phenomenon picking fights with randos outside the convention center. It's weird. Can you make it stop?
Phenomenal.
Quite the odd couple.
Couple? You aren't my typical romantic companion, but I could be persuaded. Robert, on my home planet, when someone assumes your identity, they are considered strange and unbecoming.
Well, here it's supposed to be flattering.
How unfortunate. It appears I will have to express my disappointment to him in person, then.
Flambe is still out sick?
Sick of your maybe.
Okay, I messed
But
it
yeah,
up.
I haven't heard anything from him since last night.
Funny.
I messed that up because what I should have done is I should have waited until Phenomenon was done with his mission before doing that, because now he just automatically stops. So I'm actually going to redo that. My bad.
All we have to do is get in and out. Stick to the plan. If they're red ring or enhanced, proceed.
This is why it's actually good to keep track of when it
one
auto-saves, so you can know when
What are you
to
doing up?
redo a dispatch
Turns
shift.
out I'm completely fine. Just sort of time traveled several hours into the future where I feel pretty rested.
Oh, cool, yeah. That happens to me every night.
Wish I could say the same. How's the shift going?
Good? Yeah, challenging. Made worse by all the enhanced villains we're dealing with lately. I have a whole new appreciation for you. I'm sorry about the pulse. Give us some time.
Royd's a little down, but I'm sure we can come up with alternate power sources. Hey, really looking forward to tonight. Perfect timing.
Yeah, same. Wait, what are you...
So, I'm no dispatch dude, but I don't know if sending him a level at a sub at Sunday school was the move. And you can count on me.
Where do you need me?
Cool.
Alright, what I miss?
Holy man, you're okay?
Yeah, I was scared, dude.
Guess Mecha Man's a bit sturdier than we thought.
Damn, boy, you ate mad
We got your present. Did you see it?
I did, thank you. That was very nice.
I am impressed with your fragile body's ability to sustain such a wide array of injuries. Welcome back.
Glad you're back, Robbie. Things were almost too boring around here.
Robert, some keeps hacking into my notes app. He's with all my stand-up comedy material. Also, I think they have access to our secure servers.
Up, down. Up, right, left.
Hello? Yes. It's that time of month again. Send your finest over to clean my abode.
Let's go.
Did Blazer hold down the fort okay?
She did the best she could. Must be a bit rusty.
She's been away from the desk too long.
I thought this was an easy job.
Well, it's not. I just make it look easy.
Robert, you're actually cool.
He's not. He's just been gone all day, so it seems like he is.
There we go.
I think that went pretty well.
There's some dude just as phenomenal, man, picking fights with randos outside the convention center. It's weird. Can you make it stop?
Flambe is still out sick.
Sick of your maybe. But yeah, I haven't heard anything from him since last night.
Funny. I thought he was going to catch me on the way in. Me up in the parking lot.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I have expressed my disappointment. He seemed remorseful. There were many tears. From us both.
From us both.
No one believes me, but there's definitely a ghost in my house. Anybody over there good at exorcisms? Or whatever?
Well, gossipable. But spirits are real. Can confirm.
Re-election's coming up, and we're hosting a little roast of the mayor. An SDN hero would really round out our guest list.
18, Blazer's doing a speech over at the college, and one of you will be there to hear it.
I think at this point I'd have to send either Phenomenon or Punch Up. Yeah, we'll do
Understood.
We'll send Phenomenon.
There's a full-on gang war happening at the warehouse district. Looks like Red Ring and the Frigos.
The Red Ring's closing in on this biker gang.
Oh, that's actually the Frigos. They're an e-biker gang. Way worse.
I love a symmetrical stage picture.
I'm here to hustle.
Whoa, did you guys hear Vanderstank and his wife got divorced?
Sure did. My entire portfolio is
I knew the vibes were off this morning, but I couldn't tell if it was divorce vibes or commute traffic vibes.
Hey, maybe she's not going to hell after all.
Marrying someone can send you to hell.
Yeah, but only if you marry a billionaire.
That's the only one upgrade for him
or
I
we
actually
lose together.
Malevola feels like you're our best shot.
You are right on, mate. If there is spooky shit going on, I will sniff it right out.
The faction of light needs your help to overtake the faction of darkness. Preferably before 8 when the park closes.
What the f is a LARP?
It stands for live action role play, but it's not a sex thing. Okay, it's like people dressing up and playing pretend type shit.
Still sounds like a sex thing.
Given my track record, this success is unsurprising.
All right.
We win or we lose together.
Mr. Vanderstank is requesting assistance. His line of delivery bots appear to have gained sentience and are attacking the city.
He's like literally the only option I have.
No, I'm not flexing. That's how my body looks all the time.
Although I probably should have waited until... No! Because now he's not going to do it. Oh, wait, that's right. He reattempted it, and he got it. Yes, that's why I love that upgrade for a sonar. Woo!
Don't be intimidated. It's just business.
That right there is why I love that upgrade for sonar. Woof!
Everybody should step back.
Robbery downtown. Suspect is in pursuit, but we need SDN to defrost the bank.
That works.
Let's get back out there into the fray. That's the gravy, baby.
The Yachties have taken over the mayor's after party. They're holding everyone hostage on their yacht.
Guess what?
Golem, are you still on the apps?
I'm taking another break.
You do better in
So-
person anyways.
This right
And
here.
I'm actually over 6 foot.
Since when?
Since the mudslide last week.
This is the quest, or rather the mission, where we could use Flambe, but of course he's not here.
It might take a while, but you could try chipping away at the ice.
Vanderstank wants them destroyed, but I think there's a way to reprogram them.
There's some activity down in the sewers. My tenants are getting uneasy. Can you folks look into it?
Listen, it was bring your kid to work day, and I thought he could try using the forklift.
Bunch of these right now, unfortunately.
Quite the odd couple.
Couple? You aren't my typical romantic companion, but I could be persuaded.
I'll handle it. Oh, they're gonna their pants when they see me coming.
She's the only option I have left.
Hey, girl. Get your hands off that radio. I pick the tunes around here.
I don't think we're gonna get this.
You can't say you're not impressed. You can't. I mean, you can, I just won't believe you.
Alright. Let's see.
Time to freak some f***ers out.
I always loved a good filter.
Alright, that's why I have Prism's power right there. It gave me a few extra seconds to see if I can possibly get someone here for that mission.
Jesus, that took forever.
Not to worry. Together we will be phenomenal.
Oh!
The vibes were off on that one. I can do better.
Yeah, we missed that one.
Who got the snack?
I thought you said you had it.
No, that was me.
Night, everyone.
But I had no one available, so there was no way I was gonna get that.
See your dumb ass in the morning.
I've got the booze.
Folks down for a carpool? I got room.
I'm good. I'll fly over in a bit.
I will be happy to assist in transport if someone wished to fly over in my arms.
Yeah. Put gloves on first, Robert.
You know, it feels like for the first time in a long time, I can see a life without Mecha Men. You know, which I'm sure you would appreciate. Been nice that we get to spend more time together, right? Teaching people to be heroes, guiding them. It's not nothing, but I don't think I can sit on the sidelines. I worked hard to get good at being Mecha Man. I don't know that I want to just walk away from that. But just when I feel like I got a handle on it, got it figured out, I think about Chase and my dad and Shroud, then I get all f***ed up. You know what I'm saying, Beef? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. See, this is why I appreciate her talks.
Beef is the bestest boy. Hi?
Are you decent?
Definitely a house that needs some warmth.
Yeah, I told him that the last time I came. Somehow it looked worse.
I am in my underwear.
Yeah, I can see you. I was joking when I asked if you're decent.
I know. I just need you to know that I know how I look right now.
That rubs out, by the way. You just have to put a little muscle into it. Do you know where you'd want to hang this?
Why are you holding a lamp?
I think he's only considered where he'd hang himself. That corner seems fine. It's a housewarming gift for your housewarming party, Robert. I told people to bring a lamp or something.
Wait, people? More people are coming here? To my home. Look, I'm not really in a party mood right now.
Not what it looks like to me with your tidy whities.
Okay, she just touched my...
This is your family photo area? Kind of morbid. Which I'm kind of into.
Is that my work computer?
Obviously, some people have wished that Malevola was a romance option.
After your little premature Jack explosion, I had this feeling like I'd seen it before.
Then Vizzy asked me to get the energy reading we got this morning and cross-reference with recent calls.
Wait. It's not destroyed?
Nope. And a bunch of B-grade villains have been trying to unlock its power only to end up blowing their asses off like you did. Then they sell it on the next sucker and the same. It's passed hands at least 4 times that we've tracked.
How does Shroud not know this?
Yeah, probably think like us. Think it was destroyed. But he's on smart girl, and he gonna figure it out soon enough.
That's why we get to it first.
Which is why we're having a party?
The Z-Teamers know every low-level supervillain in 3 counties. We track its location. They'll know who has it. Then we kick in some doors, knock some heads, snatch that back, and you'll be pulsing or whatever in no time.
And you sure that this will work? I've had about as much heartbreak as I can take today.
No clue. It's not like you got anything better to do.
You make a compelling argument.
So, one of the last pings that we got was from a boat over here in Marina Del Rey. Which is?
Oh, Yachty territory.
Why, she's here first. You know much about those guys?
Old money crew of ascot wearing bookheads. Skylar Arcadia runs it now. 3 generations that family's been trying to finger me.
What are they accusing you of?
You're cute.
We're gonna ask you some questions about a piece of tech they moved. But first, Rob gotta put on pants.
Aw, what? But then I can't do this.
Yep, right on that.
Yeah, I think Malevola has really warmed up to Robert. So here's the funny thing. You'll see on the phone there, it actually shows that it's supposed to be the song Radio. But that is a licensed song. And because I have the option to have it change the licensed music, it's actually playing an alternate song. Hold on, I've got the playlist here on my Spotify. The song... So normally the song Radio by Bershai, I think is how you say it, would be playing here. But instead it's going to play Homeless in Heathrow by Fart Barf, which I guess is not a licensed song. So I think both songs work for this scene. The amount of times that would have been me right there, just like by myself up against the wall while everybody else dances and has fun. Except that part didn't happen for me, anyway. Now you'll notice Chase back there. Now I'll show this obviously in the other run. But in that scene, if you're romancing Bomb Blazer is actually the one who pulls Robert onto the floor to start dancing. And Invisigal is the one who notices, and you can see on the look in her face that she's actually a little hurt by that. Even if you're not romancing Invisigal at all, she'll still be a little hurt because, of course, it's pretty obvious that Invisigal does feel something for Robert at this point. But because we're romancing Invisigal, we see Chase, and he does not look too happy. And of course, he's drinking, so not only is Chase a little upset and kind of like stewing there, but he's also drunk. This is the scene I've been building up to.
You do understand how projectors work, right?
Felt more dramatic. And bare walls are a sign of depression.
Why is it always a warehouse by the docks?
It's where stuff comes in and stuff goes out. Not a rocket scientist, are you?
No, that was my dad. What kind of security are you dealing with?
That's where it gets tricky.
That's more than You need a f***ing army.
I'll go. Can't shoot what you can't see.
Look, this is really great work, but doing this tonight is out of the question. Hitting a secure location like this is something they would handle downtown.
Are you kidding? There's enough firepower in this room to take down a f***ing kaiju.
So, I want to say, I would contribute to this, be like, we also, she can go invisible. She can absolutely, go in, evade a whole bunch of their defenses, and if she's able to hold her breath long enough, of course, be able to just sneak right by a whole bunch of it. And if she has eyes and ears and help, coordination and such to, like Robert hacking stuff, yeah. You don't necessarily have to go in guns blazing, but at the same time, like, we have Malevola, we have Sonar, we have Gollum, we could have Flambe, but he's obviously not here. We still do have Prism, and we've got Punch Up, and we have Phenomenon. Like, we have a lot of firepower in this room. Invisigal makes some good points here.
Bunch of drunk Z-teamers, please. Y'all wouldn't make it past the front door.
No one's asking you to do a goddamn thing, okay?
Hey, no need for that. We take the day to plan it with downtown and hit the warehouse tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? This thing's not gonna sit still for that long. If we don't grab it, someone else will.
The other thing, and she just pointed this out, is that this may be happening right now. By the time they plan and go there tomorrow night, it's probably gone. For all we know, they are looking for this down there at that warehouse right now. I'm just saying, Invisigal is making a lot of good points here, and they're just like, no.
She's right. They're ready. We're ready.
Robert, no. It's not happening.
There's no guarantee it'll be there tomorrow. We need to go now.
She said no. You understand that word, or has it got too many syllables for you?
Why don't you go walk your ass around a mall, Grandpa? Heroes are talking.
You are no fucking hero.
Whoa, hey!
That's the moment that Chase finally snaps, right there. Hearing her call herself a hero, that is what sent him over the top right there. You notice how much that really upset him. That she would dare throw herself into the same category that he and Robert are in. He is a hero. Robert's a hero. But these criminals? No. How dare they consider themselves to be in the same category as us? We were the real heroes. They were the criminals.
She named you Invisigal, you named yourself Invisible, and you had it right.
Chase, you're drunk. You need to stop talking.
You want to get people hurt, get people killed, then you need to go back to the team where you belong.
Chase, that's enough.
He's also obviously very concerned about Robert because he thinks Invisigal is steering Robert down a path that could get him hurt or even killed. I would like to also point out, you'll probably notice that Chase has not exactly been very supportive towards Robert in becoming Mecha Man again. He hasn't brought that up once. He helped Robert get the job at SDN, not because he wanted to help him become Mecha Man again, but because he wanted him to keep being a hero without being out there risking his life. He may not be his dad, but he kind of has filled in for that, more so as a big brother, but I mean, obviously now he's kind of old enough to be that father figure, more like Uncle Chase at this point. But he still cares a great deal for Robert, to the point where he is so concerned about his well-being, he's worried Investigala is going to get Robert killed. And this is one of the other contributing factors to why Chase just snaps here.
This is crazy.
She thinks she's like you, but she's not. Robert doesn't need to keep going out there with no powers, putting his life on the line to make up for assholes like you. He doesn't need to be Mecha Man to be a hero. You playing them, you playing yourself. You think you're invisible, but I f***ing see you.
You don't know anything about me.
I know you're a liar, criminal. I know you're f***ing dangerous. What else do I need to know?
That line right there really gets to me. You're just a criminal. What else do I need to know? Now, of course, he threw in liar and dangerous, but again, I've been harping on this ever since the second episode. He keeps constantly saying the word criminal. And he's like, you're a criminal. What else do I need to know? I've really been trying to really hammer this point and build up to this. That in his mind, a criminal is the worst kind of person. At least that's how he kind of talks about it whenever he says that word. That's the kind of vitriol that seems to keep coming out of his mouth, at his tone. Just, to him, a criminal is the worst kind of thing. The worst kind of person. Because they were the criminals and we were the good guys. We were the heroes. We were the ones who stopped the criminals. Probably because he has seen probably a lot of criminals do a lot of horrible things. Which I can understand that would paint his experience and his view of criminals in that regard, but not every criminal is a terrible person. And he's like, well, you're a criminal. What else do I need to know? Like she said, you don't know anything about me. He does not know what Investigala has gone through. He hasn't walked in her shoes. He doesn't know the kind of experience she's had. Why she had to resort to the things that she did. For all we know, she stole things and was a thief because she was trying to survive. Not because she wanted to do horrible things to people. But because maybe she didn't have much of a choice. But he's not really thinking about that. Plus, yes, he is drunk. And I will admit, on a personal level, this is actually one of the reasons why I have a tendency to never want to actually drink or risk getting drunk. Because I see something like this. I see somebody act in a way that they would not normally act because they got drunk. And I think to myself, I don't want to be at a point where I start to act in a way like this, where it's just not me. I don't want to act as if it's not me actually controlling myself and my actions. I'm sure this is how some people get after they sober up and they go, gosh, I can't believe I said and did those things. That's not me. Yeah.
There. Now I know you're a coward.
Oh my god.
Totally don't blame her for doing that.
Busy! Wait!
He absolutely had that
That was a
coming.
nice uppercut. That sent his ass airborne. How are you not dead?
That's a wrap. Everybody out.
That's enough for tonight.
I want to stress, I like Chase as a character. I do. But this scene always really upsets me and gets me to just really not like him. He's an interesting character. There is layers to him, obviously, as we find out as well, as this game continues, but this was when I really was really upset at Chase for this. And the problem is also that we're going to have a follow-up to this scene where we're going to have to talk to him about this. But the problem is we don't really get to the real reasons, the real deep reasons inside why he is saying these things and feeling the way he does. We never really get the full admission from him about these things, And I feel like that kind of stuff would have really helped. But this is why I try to help do some dissecting of the character as we go along to try to figure this out,
I'm sorry this turned into whatever just happened. Anyone who utters one word about what happened tonight answers to me. Got it?
Blazer has not actually cursed, like legit cursed, this entire game. That's the first time we've heard Blazer drop the F-bomb. So when Blonde Blazer drops an F-bomb, you know she's serious. And you can see it on the looks on the faces of everybody in that room. Them hearing her say that gets their attention. They're like, oh crap. When the one person who doesn't normally curse all of a sudden curses, you know they're being serious. Like, I'm not someone who normally curses, but if I did, you'd probably know that I'm being legit and serious about what's going on, what I'm saying.
Physical.
Yeah, so I might have to do that once a month or so as a release of my hatred for you. But perhaps with some time, you'll be less of a bitch to me. Yeah, we'll see. Happy housewarming, bitch. Your place fucking sucks.
Alright, fine, Flambe, fine. So, time passes, and oh, hey, look, Chase is just sitting there on the corner. My other problem with this scene is that we actually don't get much of an option from Robert to actually really lay into Chase and be like, hey, what is your problem, dude? Why did you act that way? Why did you say those things? We don't get the option as Robert to say that. And that actually irritates me. If we had the option to really grill into Chase here and be like, to really get at the heart of what the problem is here, I would be more okay with this, but we don't. We still get to be like, it's alright, Chase, we're cool. You know?
Oh, are you in timeout? 'Cause you were bad.
Like, if I was Robert, I would be really, like, getting in Chase's face, being like, I want you to tell me what the heck that was all about back there. And I don't want you to be joking around or anything. I'm dead serious. You tell me right now what is going on with you. Like, that's the conversation I would want to have with Chase right now.
The apartments look the same. That guy watching us from the balcony walked into his house thinking it was yours. Sorry about that.
F you! Hey, he said he was sorry.
Well, fuck you too!
Okay, let's just...
Robert looks up and goes, hey! What's your name? Tony!
You sure this ain't vodka?
She told you?
Made quite a first impression. Didn't know you were into spitting in people's mouths. Kinky shit. It's that internet somehow made sex boring.
Okay,
oh my gosh,
now
Chase.
you sound how you look.
Another thing I can't do anymore. Fuck. Maybe it's why I say the word so much.
Sorry, Chase. I hadn't thought about that.
I had a pretty good run. You ever think about why we do what we do? Help people. Put it all on the line for someone who won't ever know your name.
Well, why do you think we always constantly think about that moment between Peter and Ben Parker? That simple phrase that Uncle Ben taught Peter Parker. With great power comes great responsibility. Now, even if you don't have power, sometimes, even without powers, you still, just ask Batman. Why does he do what he does? Or Iron Man.
Won't send you a thank you card, won't be at your bedside when you get hurt.
It's just the right thing to do.
Sure. And you think the Z-Team will be able to tell the difference?
That first week, Izzy was gonna walk off the team. She's feeling low. Talking about how she was born with powers that always meant she'd end up as a villain. Like he was fated. So, obviously, I gave her the pep talk, Like, that's all bullshit. You make up your own fate, yada yada. I don't even remember what I said, but I do remember thinking, oh, fuck. Yeah, That must have been hard. Like, if I didn't have you, you know, and my dad, where would I have ended up?
You were always good. That was always in you. It's what makes us different from a thief like her.
Just goes back to that once again. He's like, ah, she's just a thief. And that's what makes us different from her. And I'm just like, Chase, you are really just not even open to the idea. Like, even earlier, just a moment ago, he was like, are you sure they'll be able to tell the difference? He has been so against this whole idea that any of these criminals or villains could ever have the opportunity to actually try to change, to redeem themselves, to stop being villains and criminals and become heroes. Almost like he doesn't want them to. Why should they have the opportunity to be what I was? They're not me. They're not him. You know.
Oh, come on. You've stolen things too.
What? You racist motherfucker. I never stole a thing in my entire life.
Of course he has to jump to the racist thing. Come on, man. I get the joke, but come on.
Chase, you've literally stolen things from me.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't count. That was for somebody else.
Chase, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. The law does not say you cannot steal anything unless it's for somebody else, in which case then it's completely fine. That's not how that works, buddy. You are literally being a hypocrite right now. He just said you have stolen things for Robert, and you're like, oh, but that's not a crime if it's, because I was stealing for somebody else. Chase, that's not how that works. So yeah, he's been rather hypocritical, as we find out. In fact, I'll even show this in the next episode, which we won't do tonight, but yeah, let's just say he's probably having to understand that maybe he's been wrong about some of these things. At least I'd like to think so. But we don't really get to, like I said, this whole conversation, we're not really getting to say the things I wish we could really say to him. To get him to understand.
What, you quietly contemplating?
Yeah, I guess I hadn't considered some things. But I think the answers are out there if you just listen to the wind.
I see why you and Beef get along.
And of course he had to say that just to, make a joke or an excuse for having to, relieve himself with some gas.
Oh, where's my guy?
See? And just like that, the conversation's over. Robert just lets it go. And I'm just like, no. This is when Robert should really be trying to really hammer in how wrong Chase has been. And that he needs to be more open to the idea that these people can have a second chance and actually can redeem themselves and actually can become heroes. But he just lets it go. Irritates me.
I'm sorry, my poor boy. That's it. There's my boy. There's my good boy. Who's a good boy? Beef is.
Is there a mic on this? Hey! Hey, can you hear me? The f you doing?
Oh, not much. Just looking for your stupid pulse that's somewhere on this big boat. Someone must have dropped a pin in the supervillain group chat, because this place is crawling with dip.
Wow, what do you know? It looks like Invisigal was right! Of course they're all there looking for it, and of course by tomorrow night it'll probably be gone. What do you know? She was right all along.
Good news is they don't know where it is either.
You know who's not good, Beefy boy? You know who's a real pain?
Chase, shut up right now, okay?
Busy?
Get out of there now.
Look, you're disappointed, I'm disappointed. I'm sure Chase will have some to talk, but I'm here, and this is our last chance of getting this thing.
Okay, maybe if I can hack into the system, I can trace the energy signal. Check the manifest.
I also want to reiterate one other thing that's an important thing about this. Invisigal is doing this for Robert. She's doing this to get his pulse back for Robert so that he can have a chance of being Mecha Man again. She's doing this for him. She's not doing this for selfish reasons. She's doing this for him. I'm reiterating this because it kind of gets lost later on, that little point as to why she's doing this. Anyways.
Something would be great. Yeah, let's start with something.
Oh, don't you mess with me.
Up, right.
Need a password.
Hey, I'm getting a huge energy reading coming from the captain's quarters.
Right, and I'm supposed to know where that is?
See that tower?
The biggest one. It's at the top.
Oh, perfect. So you want me to cross this active battlefield?
Look, I didn't want you to do any of this.
I get it, okay? Jesus.
Keep your eyes peeled for invisible. Looks like she might know something we don't.
They're onto me.
Oh, hey, there's a door to your left.
Lose them in there.
It's locked.
On it.
Feel free to take your time. Just catching up with some old friends.
I like that little comment from that guy there, because it goes to show that she's actually very well known amongst other villains, to the point where they also still remember her by her old name.
I think I can use this.
Hurry up!
I'm trying. Left, up, right.
All right, this door's open.
This f***ing guy.
Okay, hey, Lizzie, lead him towards that
Speaker tower. I've got an idea.
Better be a good one. Follow me, feathered. I got something real cool to show you. At the tower. Do your thing.
Working on it.
Work faster.
I'm trying.
Busy. Cover your ears.
I also want to point out, you'll notice Chase is still just playing with Beef while all this is going on, right? Just having Beef right here in his arms, playing with him, right?
Is that why birds fly into sh**?
Busy, look out, behind you.
Me, how am I supposed to get around that?
Look, hey, just worry about not dying. I'll find you a way around.
Huh?
God, why does the crane have the hardest controls?
There's a couple of viruses here. Yikes.
Don't mind me, just passing through.
Left, right.
Me, they're minding me. Now the crane.
Heads up, lights here. The captain's quarters should be right in front of you.
Tell us where the pulse is, invisible, before we go full Pompeii on your.
Full Pompeii on my ass? What kind of threat is that? You gonna give me diarrhea?
Wait, no. That was predictable.
Where the f is this thing? Because that's not gonna hold him for long.
It's in the safe.
The safe? I don't know how to open a safe.
Alright, let me see what I can do. I'd say this was excessive, but...
Just hurry up! They're almost through the door!
Yikes. Ah! There was one right there. I didn't see it. Yeah, there's a few of these things around here. What? I moved the mouse up. Come on. That's ridiculous. Okay. And this is why I have unlimited attempts turned on, because at times this little mini game here can be a little unforgiving, as it were. Because what in the world?
Alright, there's no more?
No, there is.
Alright.
Safe's open. Is it in there?
I don't know. Does it look like a little glowy butt plug?
You know what? I guess it does. Okay.
So now all you gotta do is sneak past the...
Why did it stop? Holy shit. Are they? Robert, what's going on?
I'm here. Just hang on. Trying to get the camera back online. I see you. You're good. Just take one step at a time. Invisigal, stop!
Shroud, behind you!
In the first shot, I could see him just hidden there in the shadows.
Hey, Vizzy, stay calm. Your inhaler, it's...
A few feet in front of you, okay? You gotta get to it.
Hey, Vizzy, he's just gonna keep with you, but you don't give up, okay?
Just kicked her inhaler away from her.
Vizzy, you gotta fight. Please. Vizzy, hey, listen to me. You get up. Get up!
Beef?
Keep up. No!
Okay, yeah, you're good. Where's my keys? Where's my keys?
Hey, wake up. No. No, I can do this, please. Please, James. Please.
Silence. I love it when they decide to not have something playing and just let the silence sit for a bit. That moment was so well done. You'll notice at one point they showed that he was smiling when he was running with his powers again. He was loving the feeling that he was getting to use his powers again. He loved being a superhero. And he thought he never would again, and for that brief moment he got to do so again. You'll also notice he not only grabbed Invisigal, he grabbed her inhaler. And when he got her there, the first thing he did was give her inhaler. Like, put it right up to her mouth so she could immediately try and stay alive. And the fact that he was knowing... Remember, back in episode 2, he told us he can't use his powers ever again because of the risk that if he does again, it could probably kill him. Now, it's not... That wasn't definitive. There was just always that risk. And the fact that he was willing to risk dying to save her life, after all the times that he has given her crap, calling her a criminal and a thief and all these horrible things he's directed at her, willing to risk his own life to save her. He answered his own question earlier when he said, "Why do you think why do we do what we do? Help people. Why do you think it is that we do what we do?" It was like he answered his own question in that one act. Of all the people he would risk his life to save, it was her, because it was the right thing to do. And he knew in that moment he was the only one who was capable of getting to her in time to save her life. Obviously, you can imagine how Invisigal feels that he basically put himself in a position where he could probably have died there for her. We've seen demonstrations that Invisigal is not really too keen on the whole emotional, mushy stuff. In fact, I actually didn't show one option where if you thank her for the housewarming party, she punches Robert and is like, "Hey, get mushy afterwards." Gosh. She's not really keen on any of that. So yeah. %. Said no, we're ready to go get the pulse. 62% dance with Invisigal. 44% chose the superhero pose. We failed to deal with the bots, unfortunately. Partly because they just kind of ran out of people to send. We also lost the opportunity, lost the mole people to the Red Ring. Because yes, we actually would have discovered, hey, there's mole people down here. But I just wasn't able to do so. When they were releasing these episodes, they were releasing them in twos. When I saw the ending of this episode, I was like, I have to wait a week to find out what happens after this. Holy moly. They wanted to have an opportunity to show him in his prime. I'm reading that description there on the right. They were debating designs for Flambe. Prism and her design. Debated designs on Gollum. These are some very interesting ones. What type of Gollum and such that they wanted to go with. Yeah. Malevola. How she would look. Her powers. Her weapon. Yep. The version we loved the best was more supermodel glam with a vibe that may remind you of a certain Pepsi commercial from the early 90s. They debated designs for Punch up here. Do we make him big or do we make him small? Yep, the villain bar. Yep. The steel mill and the flashback battle. The playground. The villains they wanted to showcase this. Granny. Rot Spur, Stretchy Goons, Skittle Thieves. This whole sequence was truly a labor of love for me. It's rare that we get to exercise such purely visual storytelling, so when we got the chance here, I knew I wanted to go all out and make something special. I wanted the player to feel like they were actually at the party, not just seeing snippets like a more traditional montage. It was a blast deciding on the details, from the lamps each teamer brought to each one's dance moves. What starts as a ruse to trace the whereabouts of the Astral Pulse turns into an all-out love fest, and Robert's dark, empty apartment is suddenly filled with light and the people he cares about. For me, it's the emotional highlight of the episode, if not the series, and I never get sick of watching our cast share one pure moment of elation. Now, the comic we get here. This is a bit more about the history involving Chase's father, as well as, or not Chase's father, Robert's father, as well as Chase. So that is Elliot Connors, by the way. As in that right there, that is the man who becomes Shroud. You can tell because they actually showed a screenshot of what Elliot Connors looked like back in episode 1. And we know that he was a member of this group that they were a part of. So, Chase... So yeah, they heard threat identified, defensive protocol initiated. And they immediately knew that Robert had triggered something with the suit and told Chase to go save him. And Chase literally burst the door down to try to grab Robert before the suit actually killed him. And then we flash forward to Robert saying, "Get up." Yeah. Just a glimpse at the history that Chase has with Robert. The amount of times that he's been there to help save Robert's life. Going back to when he was just a boy.